That's all good. I can hold it.
Oh, we're gonna wait to switch.
Tallahassee, Florida, and Embry-Riddle University, number 20, Tristan Harley. From Sherwood Park, Alberta, playing from the U of Mary, number 22, Archer Blumenshine. From Fort Saskatchewan and William Woods University, number 23, Parker Austin. From Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, and Sussex Community College, number 24, Aiden Moss. From Canton, California, and Modesto Community College, number 25, James Alexander. From Abbotsford, BC, playing from Eastern Arizona, number 27, Ronan Sexton. From Robertsdale, Alabama, and Sussex Community College, number 31, Cole Bolton. From right here, Parkland County, Stony Plain, Alberta, playing from Pratt Community College, number 34, Ryan Quinicia. From Camrose, Alberta, and affiliate number 38, Tannen Anderson. They are your pitching staff for the 2025 Energy City Cactus Rats. It's time to welcome your catchers from Katy, Texas, and Southwest Baptist University, number 12, Reese Rohrman. From right here in Spruce Grove, Alberta, number 26, Nick Hagan. Playing out of the U of Pikeville, and from Knoxville, Tennessee, number 29, Hunter Ferguson. And now your infielders for the Cactus Rats, from USC Lancaster, and right here in Spruce Grove, number 4, Kaden Barron. From Rikyo University, from Shizuoka, Japan, number 6, Ten Shindo. Playing from Odessa Community College and URS in Japan, number 7, Rio Uno. From Vero Beach, Florida, and Embry-Riddle University, number 10, Timo Aracena. From Sussex Community College and Kagawa, Japan, number 16, Seiji Uzawa. From Lower Columbia Community College and Victoria, British Columbia, number 18, Drew Abercrombie. From Spruce Grove, Alberta, playing under the Vauxhall Academy, number 28, Easton Katura. From Houston, Texas, and the undecided university, number 32, Elijah Bear. From Morgan Hill, California, and Regis University, number 37, Zach Barneo. And from Fort Saskatchewan and Vauxhall, Alberta, Jacob Austin. Now your outfielders from Arizona Western Community College and Victoria, British Columbia, number 3, Parker Husu. From Antioch, California, and Modesto Community College, number 13, Kenyon Sanders. From Patterson, New Jersey, and Embry-Riddle University, number 40, Elias Campbell. And from Clarkie Community College and Maryville, Indiana, number 33, Dylan Cody. Your Cactus Rats are coached by Nick Salahub and Jordan Lundell. First Nation, Enoch Cree First Nation, Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation, Michael First Nation, Alexander First Nation, and the Lac St. Anne Métis. As long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the rivers flow, we will honor these lands. Now we ask that you please rise if able and remove your caps for the playing of the American and Canadian national anthems.
It is a long-awaited homecoming here for the Energy City Cactus Rats as they are playing their first game in Spruce Grove. This season, it'll come against the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Starting pitchers for today's game, on the Energy City side, we'll have Braden Giardina, making his 6th start and 7th total appearance. On the other end, the Medicine Hat Mavericks will send to the mound Luis Diaz. Diaz having a great season so far as your pitching matchup for today's game. The Mavericks will send up the first 3 of Freeman Jr., and we have to specify because there's 3 Volcanos. Aaron Volcano batting 2nd, and 3rd in the order, Tyler Venesti of Warman, Saskatchewan. Ready for first pitch here. The fans have been waiting all season for this, and it is a very huge moment for the Cactus Rats franchise to get this one going. As you see, Giardina warming up on the mound right now and getting set to roll. Out in the infield for the Cactus Rats, they will have an infield of Katura at first base, Abercrombie at second, Aracena at third base, and Shindo the shortstop. Behind the plate, Reese Ruderman. And then in the outfield, Cody, Husu, and Sanders. Designated hitter will be Zach Barnow. But that is your defensive alignment. As the warm-up just about complete. Now we're set to go. First batter up, as we mentioned, Jeremy Freeman Jr. for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Take a look at the batting stats. Freeman Jr. 325 on the season so far. In 30 games, he's got 41 hits and 32 runs scored, 18 runs batted in. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. We are set to go for the first game in Spruce Grove. The first pitch on the way and is just off the plate outside. Looked like he could have had the call, but it'll be a ball and no strikes to start off. Welcome home, Cactus Rats in Spruce Grove. Officially underway now as the next offering on the way from Giardina. That one will catch the bottom of the zone for a strike. Freeman Jr. among his 41 hits, 11 of those doubles, and he has also been walked 16 times, a solid leadoff hitter for the Mavericks this season. That pitch also right downstairs for a strike. It's now 1-2 after a first pitch ball. Giardina has recovered nicely. Freeman Jr. set, the 1-2. About to come as Giardina makes his pitch selection, and it's on the way, and the swing and a miss. Starts off 1-0, comes back with 3 consecutive strikes to get the K. Swinging strikeout, 1 out, and now Aaron Volcano coming out to bat. All 3 Volcano brothers from Cloverdale, British Columbia. Johnny and Aaron, both out of Duane University. Volcano will see the first pitch on the way, and he'll fight that one off down the right field line. Aaron Volcano, 283 batting average on the season, 29 games played. He's got 34 hits, 21 runs batted in, and walked 13 times. 0-1 to start off here. Next pitch on the way from Giardina, and a swing and a miss. He's quickly ahead, 0-2. That's 5 straight strikes. 3-0, the official record for Giardina on the season across his 5 starts. One of the Cactus Rats' best pitchers, and he gets another strikeout there, showing you why he's got 3 wins already. Quickly 2 away. And now coming up next for the Mavericks will be Tyler Vanesti. Vanesti on the season, 362 batting average. That's second on the entire team. He's got 38 hits, 23 RBIs. He's going to chop that one over to shortstop. An easy play for Shindo, and a quick 1-2-3 inning to start things off for the Cactus Rats. They'll send their first 3 up to bat in the bottom half of the inning. You're watching on Flow Baseball. Bottom of the first inning, and the starting pitcher for the Medicine Hat Mavericks for today's game, Luis Diaz. Product of Agua Prieta, Mexico, out of Ottawa University. Second most games played on the team at 11. He's pitched 35 and 2/3 innings. Has a 1-1 record, has also registered a save on the season. In terms of starts, this is appearing to be his first one, and his first pitch inside for a ball, as first batter up for the Cactus Rats here in their home debut will be Dylan Cody. Cody will smack that second pitch, almost caught, drop the throw to first. Nobody was there. Nobody was covering the bag. That's going to allow Cody to easily glide into second base. A little bit of a misplay there, as out of desperation, that was the second baseman for the Mavericks, Carter Roth, who threw it to nobody in particular. So throwing error for sure. Regardless, Cody reaches base. That'll likely be charged E4, and now they'll bring up Parker Husu, second in the order, and that one will be a called strike on the inside. Husu, third on the team batting average, 303, as he's got 27 hits and 12 runs batted in. He's got a runner in scoring position here for his first at bat of the game. 1-1 the count here. If you're wondering how many doubles Husu has hit so far, he's hit one, but he's also got a couple, and he's not going to get a chance to hit one as he gets hit there. So quickly first and second with nobody out.
Now batting number 10, Timo Aracena.
So here's one of the returning players to the Cactus Rats this season, Timo Aracena. Really lit things up last year in terms of batting performance, has continued to do much of the same here in 2025. Got a favorable situation here, first and second, nobody out, and he's going to take the first pitch inside for a ball. Aracena, the leader in batting average on the team, 400 even, 48 hits, and 26 runs batted in. Got the runner in scoring position here to start. And he'll smack that one over towards shortstop. They'll make the play at third, get the force out. So Cody is retired. It'll be a fielder's choice. Aracena will reach base. It's now first and second, one out, with this time Husu at second and Aracena at first.
Now pitching number 37, Zach Borneo.
Another returning player here, Zach Barnow, will bat to his familiar walk-up music from last season that he's kept rolling here. A little bit of a conference off to the side between the umpires. Umpires tonight, Don Buskus behind home plate, Matt Beaudry at first, a familiar name, and MJ Willis at third base. Things remain the same. They got the judgment right, so first and second, one out. Barnow up to the plate with the 360 batting average on the season. He'll see the first pitch just off the plate outside for ball one. Barnow, just his 10th game of the season. He's already been walked 5 times. He's looking for hit number 10. He's averaging a hit per game. Would love one here to bring in a run. Swings at that one upstairs, and it's 1-1. Aracena and Barnow, two of the best hitters for the Cactus Rats when they were still out in Sherwood Park in the 2024 season. There's a pitch that's going to catch the outside corner, and the count 1-2 as starting to get into a rhythm. Here is Luis Diaz. Hasn't thrown too many pitches so far this inning. It's just been the fact that the pitches have been made contact into the field, and one has made contact, of course, with Parker Husu. Barnow fouls that pitch off. Count stays 1-2. And sometimes that's just how things work, is that the first 2 or 3 batters don't necessarily go your way. And for the pitcher, it's a matter of overcoming that early adversity and settling into a rhythm. Gets out of the rhythm there. And that one misses upstairs, 2-2. Right up behind Zach Barnow will be Drew Abercrombie on deck. Barnow will smack that one right up the middle. That's a base hit. That's got the potential to bring Husu home. Here he comes, charging in with the first run in Spruce Grove for the Cactus Rats at early 1-0 lead. RBI single, Zach Barnow. That's the way to start for the home team. And it stays first and second, 1 out in the process, but now they got the 1-0 advantage. Drew Abercrombie batting 5th in the order will see the first pitch and generously given to Diaz as a strike. Called strike on the outside. Abercrombie, so far this season, .257 average in just 10 games played. He's got 9 hits. He's going to crack that one into right field. That one's carrying. Goodbye. How about that? A home run for Drew Abercrombie. And the Cactus Rats are feeling at home here in Spruce Grove. It's 4-0. Three-run shot, Drew Abercrombie. His 4th of the season. So now that'll bring up the number 6 batter in the order for the Cactus Rats. That will be Reese Ruderman. With a 4-0 lead at his back here. He'll see the first pitch inside off the plate for ball 1. Ruderman on season .258 batting average, 19 games played. He's got 16 hits and 12 runs batted in. Would have had an opportunity, but Abercrombie says that's not needed right here in the first. Another pitch inside will bring the count to 2-0. Ruderman looking to get on base any which way he can. In addition to those hits, he's put up 7 walks. Ahead in the count still. Diaz set, delivers, and that one will be poked towards first base, and that's going to be another miscue this time. First baseman Morrison for the Mavericks just could not field that cleanly. So Ruderman aboard, and the parade keeps carrying on for the Cactus Rats, feeling the energy here in Energy City. Easton Coutura, 7th in the order. As time called here. Coutura so far on the season, .208 batting average. He's only had 24 plate appearances already, up to 5 hits and 7 runs batted in. Ball down the dirt. He'll start off the count ahead, 1-0. 7th man to the plate already in the bottom of the first for the Cactus Rats. 4-0 lead, runner on first. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that one will catch the outside corner for a strike. Right up behind Coutura here for the prospects will be Sanders. in the 8th spot as Katura puts a charge into that one, but that one's just going to land foul down the right field line. Dangerously close to a double and potentially a 5-0 lead. Instead, 1-2 the count. But Katura nevertheless staying alive and looking to get that one straightened out a bit. Instead, it's off the top of the bat and fouled out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Cactus Rats, they've had a lot of stretches like this over the past season and change where they'll have a few innings where just everything clicks. This one is going to be hit in front of home plate. The easy toss to first by Diaz. Advancing on the play is Ruderman, 2 outs, but now another runner in scoring position. 1-3 on the putout. Number 8 hitter, Kenyon Sanders, come up to bat, looking to make this a bat-around inning. As awaiting on deck is Ten Shindo, the shortstop for the Cactus Rats. In the meantime, Sanders swings and misses at the first pitch. .235 batting average across 81 plate appearances. He's got 13 RBIs, however. Love to make that 14 right here. Pitch on the outside. Sanders could not make contact, falls behind 0-2. Started off with an E4, a hit by pitch, fielder's choice, and then the next 2 batters after that gave the Cactus Rats all the runs they have so far. Pitch off the plate, 1-2. And how about that for Zach Barnow? And for Drew Abercrombie, getting to say they have the first RBI and home run, respectively, at home for the Cactus Rats, as Sanders goes down looking on strikes, but they don't need another hit in this inning. They had a bunch of men reach base and scored 4 times, including a 3-run shot off the bat of Abercrombie. It's 4-0 for the home side, heading to top of 2. Top of the second here in the first game at home for the Cactus Rats in the 2025 season. They've staked themselves to a 4-0 lead after 1 inning of play. And for the Mavericks, they'll send up 4, 5, 6 in the order. for the top of the second inning. That will be led off by Carter Roth. Roth victimized by the only error in the bottom of the first. And he's going to make up for that with a base hit over the head of Shindo. That's going to be a base hit for Carter Roth on the first pitch he sees. So the Mavericks have a base runner now to work with. And the number 5 hitter in the order coming up to bat will be Johnny Volcano. Like Aaron, a product of Dwayne University. They'll see the first pitch on the way. And Giardina could not find the strike zone on that one. 1-0. Giardina needed just 8 pitches to get through that top of the first. He's only up to 10 pitches so far on the game. We'll check in at first, as Roth had too big of a lead for Giardina's liking. Volcano so far on the season. No stats available from what we could tell, but he's had pretty good results. 234 actually, as we bring his name up here. Across 94 at bats. 22 hits and 15 RBI. It's a 2-0 count in his favor here. Giardina set, and here's the 2-0. He'll get the swing and a miss on that one. Even things out a little bit. You want to know how good Giardina has been for the Cactus Rats so far this season? Well, already past the 32 inning threshold. With an out here, we get to 33. And in that 33 inning stretch, has only allowed 13 runs. 8 of them earned. Pretty decent stats so far for the product of Merced, California, as falls behind a little more in this count, 3-1. Giardina attending Modesto Community College. We've seen a lot of players in the WCBL come out of Modesto, as Giardina has evened things up somewhat. It's a full count here with one out, or with no out and one aboard. My apologies. Here's the offering that's going to be fouled straight to the backstop and keep the count full. Adam Volcano, the third brother of the Volcano trio, on deck here for the Mavericks, as Johnny faces another full count pitch upcoming. Giardina set, deals that one way upstairs, and quickly first and second, nobody out. It's the first base on balls issued by either side in this game. And with Johnny Volcano aboard, Adam will get his chance to bat. Adam on the season so far, just a 167 batting average, but he does have 10 hits, a home run, and 5 runs driven in. A chance to drive one in here, a first and second, nobody out. We'll see the first pitch inside for a strike. Rather cloudy day, but no chance of rain in sight, and rather mild temperature, which it's been a little all over the place in the capital region so far this summer. Had stretches where it's close to 30 and then stretches where it's not even 20 degrees. Relatively mild, 22, 23-ish degrees here today as that one gets away all the way to the backstop as likely a wild pitch, unable to reel that one in, Reese Ruderman. And now second and third, nobody out. So a bit of a pickle here for Giardina, as he delivers a 1-2, and he'll get the K there as Volcano down on strikes. Two of the Volcano brothers down on strikes in this game. The other one aboard on second right now off a base on balls. Brings up the number 7 hitter for the Mavericks. That will be Evan Morrison. Morrison sees the first pitch upstairs. On the season so far, 27 hits in just 28 games played. He's got 6 home runs. He jumps ahead here 2-0. Looking to get the Mavericks back into this one after a bottom of the first that did not go their way. Rather, an entire first inning. Giardina set delivers the 2-0. That one will catch the inside corner for a strike. Sacrifice fly would still bring in a run here with second and third, 1 out. Giardina on the 2-1 will get the foul tip to the backstop and quickly 2-2. Nate King looming on deck, starting behind the plate for the Mavericks tonight. 2-2 the count on Morrison. Giardina set, delivers, and that one will be hacked foul down the first base line. Pitch count starting to increase a little bit here after a breezy first for Giardina. Got through that inning on just 8 pitches. Sees another 2-2 here on the way, and once again fouled right over top of us behind home plate. Volcano alone in this inning. Johnny Volcano saw 7 pitches. Here's number 7 on the way to Morrison off the plate. Full count. Medicine Hat battling here in the top of the second. Second and third, 1 out. Still a 4-0 Cactus Rats lead. The pitch, and that one is tanked all the way to right field, and no doubt about it. And that's going to be home run number 7 for Morrison to get the Medicine Hat Mavericks right back in it. It's 4-3. Three-run shot. And no doubt about that one for Evan Morrison, the Medicine Hat kid, continuing to slug for his hometown team. So Nate King will come to the plate, bases empty and 1 out, but now a 4-3 game, and he'll see the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. That was an 8-pitch at bat that ended emphatically. King at the bat here. 280, 275 average across 40 at bats. He's got 11 hits and 12 RBIs. That one in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Sometimes certain parks can be hitters' parks and some can be pitchers. Sherwood Park last year kind of felt more like a pitcher's paradise. This one already starting to indicate it might be a hitter's park, as we've seen 2 3-run shots, and we're not even 2 full innings through the night. 2-1 count on King as, or 3-1 count, my apologies, as Giardina will get a mound visit here and talk things over with the catcher, Reese Ruderman. Looming on deck for the Mavericks is Micah Dvorak in the outfield today. More specifically in left. There's a strike that'll load the count. Three and two. Nobody on. Giardina looking to get out of this inning with the lead still intact. He set the pitch. Right down Main Street, called strike 3. Fourth strikeout already for Giardina. That's the one thing he's been excelling at here early in this game, getting batters out on strikes. So the number 9 hitter, Micah Dvorak, up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Fouls the first pitch sharply to the backstop. Dvorak, .255 batting average, across 30 games played. He's got 26 hits, 22 runs batted in. Behind 0-1, the pitch off the plate outside from Giardino, 1-1. Top of the order on deck. That would be Jeremy Freeman Jr., who struck out on a swinging strike 3 last inning. 2-1 on Micah Dvorak. Dvorak from Garden City, Kansas, one of multiple Tabor College players here on this Mavericks roster. Giardino looking to get out of the inning here. Next pitch on the way is it's 2-2 count, and this will be fouled off over the backstop, or actually in the direction of the Cactus Rats dugout. Looks like it just stayed in the yard, but behind the guardrail. Dvorak battling hard here. Already the sixth pitch about to be thrown. baseball news with Chicago this year is Pope Leo the 14th being a rather avid Chicago White Sox fan, which is not something you see very often, that the Pope of all people has a favorite team in many things, let alone baseball. This one popped up in the right field, and that will be snared for the third out of the inning, but Mavericks not going away quietly. They get right back into this one with the 3-run shot off the bat of Evan Morrison. It's a 4-3 game heading to the bottom half of the inning. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Cactus Rats, the number 9 hitter, Ten Shindo. Shindo so far on the season, .253 batting average in 87 at-bats. He's got 22 hits and 14 runs batted in. Not the ideal first inning for Luis Diaz. Out there for a second inning of work, starts by falling behind 1-0. That one getting away. Quickly a count 2-0. Diaz did not have a whole lot of pitches thrown in that inning. In fact, first 3 batters, he only threw 7 pitches. That one sharply to third base, and easy play across the diamond, 1 away. Back to the top of the order for the Cactus Rats. Dylan Cody reached on error his last time up. He would be put out a little later on in the inning on a fielder's choice before he could score a run. That one catching the upstairs part of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Oh, and 2 count here. We were saying with Diaz as 1-2 the count. Now, only 7 pitches across the first 3 batters. The next 5 batters took 20 pitches, averaging 4 pitches per at-bat. And that's how many we've seen so far in this one. So 27 pitches total, but of course the flaw with that is that 8 men came to the plate for the Cactus Rats in the bottom of the first. 2-2 here for Cody. Diaz set and ready to deliver on the 2-2. Cody will pop that one up. That's into foul territory. Is that going to stay in the yard? No, it's not. Count stays even, 2 apiece. Cody from Merrillville, Indiana. One of several players in the WCBL out of Kankakee Community College. This one driven into right center field, but That one's going to stay in the yard onto the warning track. The catch is made for the second out of the inning by the right fielder, Aaron Volcano.
Now batting number 3, Parker Husu.
Parker Husu up to bat now. He was hit by a pitch his last time up, would come around to score on the RBI single by Zach Barnell. Talking earlier about how Barnell will have the first RBI at home for the Cactus Rats, and Husu will get to claim that he scored said first run. That one fouled off in front of home plate. Count here on Husu. Was in the same position as last at bat when the hit by pitch occurred. Pitch on the way from Diaz, and swinging a foul down the left side of the diamond, 1-2. Should the inning continue, on deck for the Cactus Rats, Zaracena. Grounded into a fielder's choice last time up. A nice sliding play and a little bit of a bobble that's going to allow Husu to reach base for the second time. As the play was there for Roth, and he just could not maintain control of that one. Husu aboard for the second time. Not sure if that'll be an error or not. E4. Roth having a good day at the plate so far as he started 1 for 1, but fielding has just not been starting off the same way for him. So Zaracena up to bat for the second time. 0-1, and he's going to pop that one up into left center field. Both fielders given a run. It'll be the left fielder's job, that being Micah Dvorak. He'll get the third out of the inning before any danger can be inflicted upon the Mavericks. Cactus Rats leave a runner aboard. We go to the third. It's a 4-3 score. Through 2 innings here on Flow Baseball, Cactus Rats holding a 4-3 lead, doing all of their damage in the bottom of the first while the Mavericks responded with a 3-run shot in their last batting half of an inning, top of the second. Led to top 3 here, and Aaron Volcano up to bat first. Volcano out on strikes, 3 straight in his first at bat. You'll see the first pitch for a ball there. Start the count off differently this time. Kind of an all over the place first 2 innings for Giardina, as this one will be popped up into left field and camped out right beneath that. Making the catch for the first out of the inning is Dylan Cody. So I'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Tyler Vanesti. Vanest at his last at bat saw just one pitch. It was a ground out to second base. Not swinging on this one here as it's well inside for ball 1. Just 8 pitches in the first inning and a total of 41 for Giardina in the second. 2 walks but 4 strikeouts, so kind of a little bit of everything so far, and the same could be said for Luis Diaz, as we got an interesting one here through 2 innings. And a bit in the third. Pop foul on the left side. 2-1 the count. Vanest from Warman, Saskatchewan. Cactus Rats have a little bit of ways to go here in the schedule, I believe, before they see another Saskatchewan opponent, at least at home. 2-2 count on Vanest, who will put a charge on that one, but sharply to second base, and easy play there for the out. And that's 2 straight ground balls right at Abercrombie off the bat of Vanest.
Now batting number 10, Carter Roth.
So I'll bring out Carter Roth to bat, and he got things started in the top of the second for the Mavericks. Leadoff single, needing just 1 pitch to do so. That one in there for a strike. Single, walk, strikeout, and 3-run home run was how the top of the second started. That one darn near a hit by pitch, but getting out of the way in time. Carter Roth, who now faces a 1-1 count and maybe a little more focus. Pitch inside. And you could tell Reese Ruderman wanted the call, couldn't get it, so it's 2-1. As Giardina delivers, this one will be tapped over to short. Shindo on the hop. Quick throw to first. Is it going to be in time? Yes, it is, just by a fraction of a second. And a 1-2-3 inning once again for Giardina. Or comes the second inning adversity and puts out the Mavericks in order. On Flow Baseball, we're going to bottom third.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Bottom of the third inning, and leading it off here for the Cactus Rats, Zach Barnett, who had the first RBI at home for Energy City. RBI single back in the bottom of the first. Lexi McFarland here with you on Flow Baseball. We got an interesting one, that's for sure. 4-3, heading to just the bottom of the third. A first pitch strike delivered to Barnow, who quickly falls behind 0-2. Barnow needed 6 pitches to eventually get that RBI single that drove in Parker Husu. 0-2 delivery from Diaz, who gets Barnow out on strikes 3 straight. Swinging strike 3, 1 away. Well, here's the big hitter so far for the Cactus Rats in this game. Drew Abercrombie with the first home run at home in Cactus Rats franchise history, if you're only counting the Cactus Rats part of that. 3-run shot in the first. Ahead 1-0 here. That one right down Main Street brings the count to 1-1. Abercrombie thought about it but laid off, and a wise decision brings the count 2-1. Diaz has settled in nicely after that bottom of the first. Faced just 4 batters in the second. Has not allowed a hit since. Faces a 2-2 count here on Abercrombie and gets the swing right through. Back-to-back strikeouts for Diaz in the bottom of the third.
Now batting number 12,
Reese
Reese Ruderman.
Ruderman, an infield single his last time up. Comes to bat with the bases empty, 2 away. Looking to give the Cactus Rats some more offense. Almost had a hit there, but it's right at the second baseman's glove. And 3 up, 3 down go the Cactus Rats in the bottom of the third. We're heading top 4. It's still 4-3 here on Flow Baseball.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Have a 4-3 lead heading to the top of the fourth. Johnny Volcano will lead things off. Reached base via the walk last time up. One of 2 walks issued in the second inning by Braden Giardino, whose first pitch will miss upstairs inside. Giardina breezed through the top of the third, needing just 11 pitches to get through that half inning. This one out into center field and a sliding play, making the catch there for the Cactus Rats. is the center fielder for tonight's game, Sanders. One away. So I'll bring up Adam Volcano now. Adam out on strikes in his first plate appearance, 0 for 1. Adam, the only one of the Volcano brothers not attending Duane University, his college of choice, Colby Community College. Another common one that we've seen a lot, especially on the Cactus Rats and throughout the Western Canadian Baseball League. 0-1 will turn to 0-2 as that pitch catches the inside corner. And Giardina, after the hiccup of the top of the second, has settled in nicely. Already one out, ahead 0-2. Pitch is fouled off down the right side. Giardina up to 65 pitches to this point. But he's got 2 innings. One with 11 and one with 8. Foul tip will land in front of home plate and keep the count alive. Looming on deck for the Mavericks, guy who did all their damage in the top of the second, Evan Morrison. Count remains 0-2. That pitch downstairs and in the dirt. Brings the count to 1-2. Giardina trying to keep the flow going, but this one will be powered into center field. I'll get down for a base hit, quickly relayed back into the infield by Sanders. We'll hold Volcano to a single and bring up Morrison. So that ends a streak of 7 consecutive batters without a hit for Giardino. Giardina will get the corner on that one for a called strike. Morrison, the home run in the second, is 7th on the year. That pitch gets away as that was down the dirt. And Ruderman could not handle that one. That's the second wild pitch of the game for Giardina. And now runner in scoring position, that being Adam Volcano. Morrison will see another pitch on the inside, bring the count to 2-1. Folks here in Spruce Grove turning up in all sorts of colors, but a lot of them with the trademark navy blue and neon green of the Cactus Rats. A welcome variety of color for sure in the WCBL this season. Not a lot of teams with neon green as a part of their color palette. They're hoping that neon green can get them through this top of the fourth, but another pitch that'll get away from Ruderman. Pass ball this time instead of a wild pitch, and Morrison aboard with the walk, and that'll bring out Jordan Blundell. Giardina up to 73 pitches on the game so far. So the Mavericks will bring up the next batter in the order, Nate King, who was called out on strikes his last time up. Favorable situation for King with runners on the corners and only one out here in the top of the fourth. Adam Volcano on third and Morrison on first. King up to bat for the Mavericks. One away here in the top of the fourth. First pitch on the way for Giardina. That one just rolls away from home plate, but a good block there by Ruderman will force Volcano to stay put at third. Does, however, allow Morrison to sneak into second base, so now it's 2 runners in scoring position for Medicine Hat. 1-0 count, and they're going to call that a balk. Giardino a little confused, but that's a balk, and that's going to tie the game. So now runner at third, still 1 out and a tie game as Volcano comes in to score on the balk. Blundell out of the Cactus Rats dugout to get his own explanation. Call made by first base umpire Matt Beaudry. And conversation will continue. It's still a 1-0 count once all is said and done. Blundell a little defeated as he walks back to the dugout. And we'll continue the at-bat with Nate King. Still 1-0, and Giardino will get set for the next pitch. With the go-ahead run looming 90 feet away, he'll get a swing and a miss from King. Bring the count to 1-1. Pitch on the way, back-to-back swings and misses. And now Giardino with the advantage. Perhaps a little bit of motivation now after the balk that he didn't think was such, and he'll get 3 straight swings and misses with a solid response for the second out of the inning. Number 9 hitter in the order, Micah Dvorak. Up to bat for the second time this game. Saw a total of 8 pitches draw the base on balls his last time up. Go ahead, run 90 feet away from Messinat. Dvorak looking to put a charge into that one, but that's going to drift foul down the left field line. Top of the order looms on deck. Jeremy Freeman Jr. 0 for 2 so far on the evening. Pitch on the way from Giardina, and again a foul down the left side. Giardina with the advantage, 0-2. Top of the fourth, 4s across the board. 4 for the Mavericks, 4 for the Cactus Rats. Giardina set, the 0-2 on the way. That one powered into center field. That's a base hit, and the Mavericks will have their first lead of the evening. In to score is Morrison. RBI single for Micah Dvorak.
Now batting number 44, Jeremy Freeman Jr.
So a 5-4 game now. For Dvorak, that'll be his 23rd RBI of the season. And now Freeman Jr. up to bat. Pitch on the way, just off the plate outside. 2-0. Freeman ahead. Runner aboard on first. 2 outs. Freeman trying to check his swing, couldn't hold up, and that'll bring the count to 2-1. Here goes Dvorak as he's looking to steal, and he is not even going to have a throw come his way. He's going to get there uncontested. 3-1 the count. Now another runner in scoring position for Medicine Hat. Already at the 5-4 lead. Looking to expand on that. Pitch down in the dirt. Ball 4, and Freeman Jr. is aboard for the first time this evening. So I'll bring Aaron Volcano to the plate. Volcano 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout and a flyout in his first 2 appearances, swinging on the first pitch right through that one, 0-1. Medicine Hat with 5 runs so far in this game, but the top 3 in the batting order haven't produced at all. They're trying to get the pick off at first, but it's just a tad late. Had the right throw, just not the right timing. 1-1 the count on Volcano. First and second, 2 outs for Medicine Hat. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 2. Or that's actually the 3rd strike, my apologies. That'll retire the side, but the Mavericks do the job they needed to. They get 2 runs in the top half of the 4th and hold a 5-4 lead heading to the bottom of the 4th on Flow Baseball. Mavericks with a 5-4 lead, heading to the bottom of the 4th. 8-9-1 in the order coming up for the Cactus Rats. Leading that set off will be Easton Katura. First plate appearance grounded out to the pitcher's mound to end the bottom of the 1st, where the Cactus Rats got all 4 of their runs to this point. Looking to rekindle some of that first inning magic, and that will certainly aid their quest as a hit by pitch on the first one thrown. Katura is aboard for the first time tonight. Second hit by pitch thrown by Mavericks pitcher Luis Diaz. Sanders putting a charge of that one. That's going to get down for a base in center field. 2 pitches, 2 aboard for the Cactus Rats, as that'll be a hit after his strikeout his first time up. Sanders puts a charge into that one to get into the outfield. Number 9 hitter, Ten Shindo, grounded out to third his last time up, as Sanders will get in there before the tag. 1-0 the count to start here on Shindo. Top of the lineup on deck with Dylan Cody awaiting as the count moves to 1-1. Cactus Rats have a couple of Japanese players on the roster. Shindo, one of them, out of Shizuoka, Japan. Rikyo University. Check in once again at first. Shindo scored 2 runs in the Cactus Rats' recent 24-10 demolition of the Brooks Bombers. Had a hit and a home run as a hit. And then scored on another time reaching base. He's ahead here 2-1. Diaz once again checking in at first, as it seems Sanders starting to creep into Diaz's head here. Sanders at first, and leading things off with the hit by pitch, Katura at third, representing the tying run. Pitch on the outside, 3-1 in Shindo's favor. Base open is second. And Diaz still having a hard time dealing with Sanders' lead at first. Cactus Rats, by the way, also played last night. That one a lot closer than the one the night before. That one right at third. This could be 2. On to second for 1. On to first. That's a double play. And on top of all of that, forced to hold up at third is Katura. 5-4-3 on the double play. But the tying run's still 90 feet away, and Dylan Cody will look to bring that one in. 0-for-2 so far, reached on error, leading things off in the bottom of the first. Cody will jump ahead in the count, 1-0. Cody, a .222 batting average on the season. Just his third game here, as we take a look at his stats. That one right back to the pitcher's mound, and Diaz gets out of a jam. As the Cactus Rats can't bring in the tying run, it remains a 5-4 lead for Medicine Hat, heading to top of 5 on Flow Baseball.
than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Top of the fifth, 5-4 score favoring the Medicine Hat Mavericks, who put up 2 runs in that top of the fourth after being behind for most of the evening. Now they've taken the lead and look to hold on to that. 3, 4, 5 in the order up to bat in the top of the fifth, and Vanessa will see the first pitch for a ball. 90th pitch of the game for Giardina, who stays in there, and 91 will be powered out to center field for a base hit. So nobody out and a runner aboard. Carter Roth comes up to bat with 1 aboard, nobody out, and it's a 1-for-2 evening so far for Roth at the plate. He'll power the first pitch down the right field line foul. Giardina trying to get through 5 innings. We'll put him in line for the decision at the end of the inning. Coming up on 100 pitches here as he checks in at first. Chasing Vanessa back to the bag. A little hard to see the bullpen from our vantage point here. But nobody currently warming up. So faith in Giardina to get through the inning, and he's gone 0-2 count here on Roth. Roth, the second baseman tonight. Sees the 0-2 count, and he'll fight that one off to stay alive. Johnny Volcano on deck, and he has certainly had a strong performance to this point. Got on base in the second. 1 of 3 runs to score. That one a little cue shot into right, and that will get down for a base hit. Quickly thrown back into the infield, and first and second with nobody out still. So Volcano back up to bat. Currently 0 for 1, but he got that walk in the second. Walk here would load the bases, and he's on his way to that so far as he jumps ahead 1-0. Pitch on the way from Giardina. He'll get the swing and a miss. Bring the count to 1-1. Some activity in the Cactus Rats bullpen should Giardina not be able to get through the top of the fifth. Giardina set delivers, pitch outside, 2-1. We're discussing before the start of this inning, 100 pitches is certainly not unheard of in the WCBL. As that pitch fouled to the backstop, 2-2. Still recall the playoff game in 2019 where there was no reliever brought in. The starter went 150 pitches, but still got the win. That's not something you're going to see too commonly, and imagine wouldn't see here for Giardina. As he gets the pop-up here off the bat of Johnny Volcano into right field. That one's going to not be caught. 3 men in the vicinity, and then that one will get away. Could conceivably charge 2 errors on the play, as that one was a very fieldable ball, but unable to come up with it was Easton Coutura. So it's a 6-4 ball game now, and second and third, no outs, and that looks to be the end of the line for Giardina. We're going to have a reliever brought in for the first time tonight, and we'll have that reliever for you in just a moment.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
New pitcher into the game for the Cactus Rats, Aiden Moss, will make his 9th appearance of the season. He's thrown 20 1/3 innings. Final stat line for starter Braden Giardina, 4 innings plus 3 batters. 6 runs on 6 hits, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts across 99 pitches, just one shy of 100. Moss into the game now, inherits a second and third nobody out situation. His first pitch off the plate for ball one. Adam Volcano, the batter, last time up, singled and would come around to score in the top of the fourth. Moss gets him swinging on that one to even the count out. Moss, the product of Prince Edward Island, coming out of Charlottetown. Great hockey program out there especially, and also great baseball talent coming into the Western Canadian Baseball League. 2-1 the count here against Volcano. He sees his brother Johnny on at second, and Carter Roth out at third. 3-1 count with first base open and looming on deck for the Mavericks, Evan Morrison. Pitch on the way. This one popped up. Shallow left center field and playable, and Shindo there on the scene to make the catch. That's the first out of the inning, and it stays shallow enough to prevent a runner from scoring. Evan Morrison will come up for his third plate appearance of the evening. He has reached base both times. 3-run home run and a walk. That came in his most recent plate appearance. Moss steals the first pitch inside for ball one. Moss more familiar with starting and getting bulk inning outings, as he had 4 1/3 against Swift Current on June 26th that the Cactus Rats won 9-8. And most recently, pitching on Canada Day in the close 7-6 loss against Fort McMurray, going 4 2/3, giving up just 3 runs. 1-1 count here on Evan Morrison. That one will be well outside. 2-1. Moss has only been credited with 1 decision so far this season. Of course, only going 4+ in his last 2, not enough to qualify for the decision in the game. Even count here, 2-2. Moss against Morrison. On deck for the Mavericks is Nate King. Struck out his last time up. Moss steals and gets the swing and a miss, and Morrison knew it right away. That's the second out of the inning. And speaking of strikeouts, Nate King, 2 of them so far in his first 2 plate appearances on the evening. Second and third, it's a 6-4 lead for the Mavericks. They're trying to add to that lead here with 2 men in scoring position. First pitch outside for a ball. Moss has pitched in 4 of the Cactus Rats' wins this season and has thrown multiple innings in all but 1 of them. As the count evens up 1-1, the only one where he threw less than 2 innings, but the team still won, was against Regina on June 19th, 1 1/3 in a 10-9 Cactus Rats victory. That one catches the outside corner, and he's ahead 1-2. Trying to get the team out of the jam here. 2 straight outs, looking to make it 3. Moss set, delivers the 1-2, and that one will be fought off by King. Should the inning continue, Micah Dvorak on deck. Dvorak an RBI single in the top of the 4th is his last time up, which ultimately gave the Mavericks the lead that they have not since relinquished. Still a 1-2 count. Moss into the game. Set and delivers that one just downstairs out of the strike zone. 2-2. Pitch on the way. This one popped up down the right field line. Will Couture get there? Not quite. He got to the right spot, just could not hang on to it. Gave it a good run, though. But all for naught. The count stays 2-2. Nate King, we'll see another pitch here in this at bat, and this one into center field. Camped underneath that to make the catch and get the team out of the inning is the center fielder Sanders, but the Mavericks add another run to their lead. It's now a 6-4 game, heading to the bottom of the 5th on Flow Baseball. Cactus Rats down 6-4, heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. Luis Diaz out there for his 5th inning of work. Had a rough bottom of the 1st, but has cruised ever since, as he has had a 1-2-3 third and faced just 4 batters in each of the other 2. Falls behind 1-0 here. Number 2 batter in the order for the Cactus Rats, Parker Husu. Hit by pitch and reached on air so far tonight. That one will find the strike zone. 2-1. Usu looking to make it 3 straight times reaching base. Pitch does catch the outside corner, and after falling behind, Diaz has worked himself back into an even count. Diaz set, delivers. That one powered down towards second base, and there to make the play over to first is Carter Roth, 1 away. First time Husu's been retired tonight. That'll bring up Timo Aracena. Aracena so far 0 for 2. He's reached on a fielder's choice. Would come around to score in the first inning. As Diaz delivers a foul tip right off the catcher's mask. Looks nonetheless for wear, and also the home plate umpire, Don Buscus. Count 0-2. Barnow on deck. 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Downstairs, 1-2. Aracena and Barnow, if you want to consider them as such, the backbone of this Cactus Rats team, providing the experience from last season. As that one sharply down the line, that's going to stay fair, and Aracena has his first hit of the evening. He's going to turn it into 2 as he gets a sprint, and he's going to go for 3. Aracena will slide in head first ahead of the throw. Timo Aracena, a triple to get things going here in the bottom of the 5th. How about that for Timo?
Now batting for the Cactus Rats, number 37, Zach Barneo.
Well, already with the run batted in tonight, Zach Barnow will have a chance to make it 2 here and get things closer to even. First pitch swinging, and that one fouled off down the right side. Barnow on the RBI single. Saw 6 pitches in that at bat. Really had to work for that RBI. 1-1, that one down Main Street brings count to 1-2. Right up behind him, Drew Abercrombie with a 3-run home run in that first inning. On deck for Energy City. Barnow will see another 1-2 pitch on the way upstairs. Brings the count to even at 2-2. As we mentioned earlier, quite a few Cactus Rats carrying over with the team from the Sherwood Park era last year, as Barnow down swinging. That's the second out of the inning for Luis Diaz. And we'll see Drew Abercrombie come up to bat as the tying run. He's already got a homer today, showing bunt, but pulls it back and takes ball 1. In addition to Aracena and Barnow, Archer Blumenshine, another returning player. That one into center field and a diving play. Are you kidding me? What a catch in the outfield there. As they get out of the inning with a nice play from center fielder Freeman Jr. It stays 6-4 going to the top of the 6th.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
We go to the top of the sixth here on Flow Baseball. Lexi McFarland with you here from Henry Singer Ballpark in Spruce Grove, Alberta. On a beautiful day in early July. Not too hot, not too cold, and a light bit of a breeze. 9-1-2 in the order coming up for the Mavericks, led off by Micah Dvorak, who swings the first pitch, chops that to short. Shindo on the field will throw that to first. One pitch, one out for Aiden Moss. Moss came into the game after three batters came up in the top of the fifth, and he would retire the next three to prevent the Mavericks from adding on to their lead. Top of the order now, Freeman Jr. will see the first pitch downstairs for ball one. Freeman Jr. 0 for 2, but reached on a base on balls last time up in the top of the fourth. Jumps ahead here 2-0. We were mentioning the returning Cactus Rats, and of course the starting lineup with Aracena and Barnau, as that one catches the outside corner generously, 2-1. Blumenshine, Parker Austin, and Nick Hagen, also notable names returning to the Cactus Rats this year. Hunter Ferguson, another name that fans of the team would be familiar with. Right there, that's a total of 6 players coming back to play for the Capital Regions team in the Western Canadian Baseball League. Full count here on Freeman Jr. Moss set delivers, and Freeman Jr. catches a piece of it to stay alive. Right up behind him on deck is Aaron Volcano, and Volcano, not a great night so far, 0 for 3. As Freeman Jr. fouls off another pitch, this time with more height to it. Eighth pitch forthcoming. Freeman Jr. only saw 4 in his first at bat, but has worked his way up since, and that one will get him out. Or get him on base. My apologies. Initially thought that might have been strike 3, but it's outside, and Freeman Jr. aboard with his second walk of the evening. That's the first base runner allowed by Aiden Moss. Brings Volcano to the plate with 1 aboard and 1 out. Volcano 0 for 3. pair of strikeouts and a fly out to left. Pitch off the plate outside for ball one. Only a total of 9 pitches that Volcano has seen across his 3 plate appearances before this one. As they chase Freeman Jr. back to the bag. Mossett delivers, and that one off the plate outside. Volcano ahead, 2-0. Tyler Van Nest on deck, led off the top of the 5th with a base hit. One of 3 batters to come up in the inning before Giordino would exit. Three and 0. Volcano ahead here on Cactus Rats reliever Aiden Moss. Set delivers. That one catches the corner. Brings the count to 3-1. Pitch outside and back-to-back walks for Aiden Moss. Things starting to get dicey here in the top of the 6th as the Mavericks in business once again. The Nest so far on the evening 1 for 3, but of course, most recent plate appearance getting on base for the first time. He's got a favorable situation here with first and second, 1 out, and a 1-0 count to start things off. Double play ball here would greatly benefit the Cactus Rats. Mossett delivers right down Main Street, 1-1. Only 1 double play so far in the entire game, and that one turned against the Cactus Rats in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 count here against Van Nest. Mossett delivers, and that one is powered a ton down the right line, but that's well foul. Carter Roth on deck also had a singles last time up. Unlike Van Nest, 2 for 3, though, with a pair of base hits. That one blocked in the dirt. They're going to go for second. A late run, but he gets in there as the ball dropped, unable to reel that one in for the Cactus Rats, the second baseman starting tonight. Drew Abercrombie could not hang on. So now second and third as 2 runners in scoring position, and the Mavericks looking to tack on to a 2-run lead. Swing right through that one and down on strikes. At a crucial point for the Cactus Rats is Van Nest. So that takes away the sacrifice fly possibility and brings Carter Roth to the plate. Roth 2 for 3, 2 singles. Somehow does not have an RBI yet. And they want to keep it that way on the Cactus Rats side, starting off with the 0-1 count as Aiden Moss. Freeman Jr. at third, and Aaron Volcano at second. 2 on, 2 outs, and now 2 strikes after Roth fouls that pitch towards the Cactus Rats dugout. Should Roth reach base, Johnny Volcano lurking on deck. Mossette delivers inside, called strike 3, and Moss gets out of the jam again. Mavericks strand 2, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Still a 6-4 lead for Medicine Hat.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you.
Life sure has been a highway for the Cactus Rats so far this season, but the highway has finally led them home to Spruce Grove. Henry Singer Park here tonight. Lexi McFarland with you on Flow Baseball. Cactus Rats will lead things off with Reese Ruderman. And he'll see the first pitch for ball 1. Ruderman fouls that one, a sharp one that for a second looked like it could have easily hit our booth. Two and one here. The count on Reese Ruderman. Katura on deck. Ruderman so far 1 for 2 with the infield single back in the first. Ruderman puts a charge into this one, but camped out there is Freeman Jr. to make the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. So I'll bring up Easton Katura for his third at-bat of the evening. Katura 0 for 1, hit by a pitch is last time up in the bottom of the 4th. Falls behind 0 and 1. Katura slams that one down to right field, a diving play, and that's 2 in 2 innings for the Mavericks as they are putting on a defensive clinic here. This time it's right fielder Aaron Volcano with finesse. First pitch on the way to Sanders, and that'll go for ball 1. Sanders 1 for 2 with a single and make it 2 for 3 with 2 singles as he gets that one to drop into right field. No defense for that.
Number 6, 10 Shindo.
Sanders aboard for the second time. Cactus Rats will bring the tying run to the plate, and it's 10 Shindo up to bat. Grounded into a double play his last time up. 0 for 2, trying to get on board for the first time. Pitch off the plate outside. Top of the order lurks on deck. That one catches the outside corner, 1-1. Dylan Cody on deck. Ground out to the pitcher's mound and the bottom of the fourth his last time up. Pitch off the play outside. They wanted the call, didn't get it. 2-1. Sixth inning of work for Luis Diaz as that ball gets away into center field. A stolen base for Sanders. Puts him into scoring position. 2-2 count, however, as Shindo looks to keep the inning going. But a runner in scoring position now, if he's able to put one deep enough into the outfield. Diaz set, delivers. Off the plate outside, full count. If you're messing at the goal, obviously, not just to get out of the inning, but if Shindo puts up a good at bat, make sure it's not a home run. Cactus Rats already have one of those tonight. Pitch off the plate outside, and Shindo's aboard for the first time. Draws the base on balls. I'll turn the lineup over to Dylan Cody. And we'll see if we have a pitching change here as we're third time through the order already. Doesn't appear to be. It's just a conversation on the mound. Fourth time up to bat for Cody.
That was a quick job. We just needed a little air time. A little TV time.
As Mavericks head coach Jonathan Thornhill heads back to the dugout, it'll be Dylan Cody up to bat and led things off in the bottom of the first by reaching on error. Cody looking to reach base for the second time tonight, potentially driving a run here. Tying run at first. Cody represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Diaz, first pitch, swinging through it is Cody, 0-1. Should the inning continue, on deck, Parker Husu. Husu already has reached base twice. 1-1 count here facing Cody. Sanders and Shindo, the base runners for Energy City. That one does not catch the outside corner. 2-1. Six-4, bottom sixth. Cactus Rats trying to bring this game back to even as the clouds come in a little heavier. Pitch on the way, off the plate, 3-1. Diaz through 5 2/3 so far. relatively breezed through the second through fifth innings. This is the first significant bit of adversity he's faced since the first, and it's going to be a bases loaded situation as Cody draws the walk. 4-0 out of the dugout again for Medicine Hat, and we might see a new pitcher this time. We will, so Diaz done for the night after 5 2/3. We'll have a new pitcher into the game right after this. New pitcher into the game for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. A.J. Dahl will come in relief after starter Luis Diaz goes 5 2/3 innings. First batter that Dahl will face here is Parker Husu. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tying run in scoring position for Energy City, in the first pitch inside for ball 1. Final stat line for Diaz, 5 2/3. Currently 4 runs on 6 hits. 3 runners on his responsibility, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts across 99 pitches. So both starters for today's game throwing 99 pitches as Husu fouls that one off. 1-2 the count now. Should Husu reach base, Timo Aracena on deck, tripled his last time up. Dahl set, delivers the 1-2 outside, 2-2. Cactus Rats led for pretty much the entire first third of the game. Medicine Hat took the lead in the fourth, but now it's a lead for the Cactus Rats as in to score Sanders, in to score is Shindo. 2-run single for Parker Husu. Tie game 6-6. That was the hit the Cactus Rats needed. So Diaz will not get the decision as the runners scoring were his responsibility, up to 6 runs on 6 hits now. Aracena up to bat, looking to give the Cactus Rats the lead back that they enjoyed for the first 3 innings. Behind 0-1. All set, the pitch. There's a drive into left field. It's going to be caught on a diving play. And a good one at that by Micah Dvorak to end the inning. But the Cactus Rats pull back to even terms with Medicine Hat. 6-6 after 6.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Top of the 7th here will be led off by Johnny Volcano on the Mavericks side. Mavericks no longer holding the lead after the Cactus Rats score twice in the bottom of the 6th inning to level things up. 0-1 the count here to Volcano. Pitch off the play outside, 1-1. Volcano so far has reached base via walk and by error. Behind here, 1-2. Moss in his 3rd inning of work deals. That one is just past the outstretched arms. And that's going to be a double for Volcano as that one gets all the way to the wall. Just beyond the outstretched arms there of second baseman Drew Abercrombie. First hit of the game for Johnny Volcano, and I'll bring up Adam Volcano for his 4th plate appearance of the night. Volcano so far 1 for 3 on the evening, a single back in the top of the 4th. Would come around to score later on in the inning. Mavericks looking to respond after having a lead for multiple innings. And Moss trying to get out of another jam. Had runners on base in both the 5th and the 6th innings and found his way out of each of them without giving up a run. Count starts off 1-0 to Volcano. Moss set, looks over to second. The pitch on the way. Inside catches the corner, 1-1. Moss continuing the trend of being a bulk innings guy that the Cactus Rats can depend on. That one right down Main Street as that curled in nicely to the strike zone. 1-2. Evan Morrison on deck as the Mavericks home run back in the top of the second inning as Moss deals this one powered into center field and easily playable. That will be caught for the first out of the inning. A wise play by Johnny Volcano tag, so move the go-ahead run 90 feet closer to home. But the catch made by Sanders, 1 out now. Jordan Blundell out to the mound. See if they bring in somebody else, or is this just a strategy play? I would like to believe the latter, and indeed it is. Cactus Rats trying to get out of the top of the seventh without that go-ahead run scoring, represented by Johnny Volcano. Morrison up to bat. Nate King awaiting on deck right behind him. Morrison overall on the evening. Morrison overall on the evening, 1 for 2, plus a walk in the top of the fourth. It's been an action-packed one here for this first game of the season in Spruce Grove. Saw the Cactus Rats jump out to the early 4-0 lead, and Medicine Hat scoring 6 unanswered before the home side tied at last inning. Moss jumps ahead, 0-1. Chopped over towards first. They're going to go for home, get the force, but he did not tag. So the run scores, and that gives the Mavericks the lead. I think also the foot of catcher Reese Ruderman came off the plate a little too soon. But the tag not being applied makes that academic. And so Moss will be done after 2 1/3, and we'll have a new pitcher into the game coming up in a moment. the Cactus Rats, Derek Peterson, comes on with 1 out, 1 aboard at first base, and the Mavericks having taken back the lead at 7-6. Nate King, the first batter he'll face, shows bunt, pulls it back. There's a throw that's almost on line, but just a little bit off. Just a little bit beyond the reach of Abercrombie there at second base. Back at home plate, the count 0-1 on King, who now is a runner in scoring position to his benefit. Peterson set deals that one off the plate outside, 1-1.
2 balls.
2-1, my apologies.
2 balls, yeah. 2-0.
Now it's 2-1 as that one fouled off. Peterson, this is his 13th game of the season, 13th appearance. Only allowed 10 hits so far and has a 1-1 record to his credit. Behind 3-1. Peterson, one of multiple Cactus Rats hailing from Victoria, British Columbia this season. As they'll put King aboard, and it's first and second just like that with still 1 out. Micah Dvorak will come up to bat for the 4th time tonight. Dvorak has done a good job getting on base so far, as he has an RBI single to his credit, along with a walk back in the 2nd inning. Behind 0-1 to start. Officially 1 for 2 by the looks of it on the stat sheet tonight. 0-2 count. Pearson set, delivers, and gets the swing and a miss for strike 3, the 2nd out of the top of the 7th. But the lineup turns over now, and Jeremy Freeman Jr. will come up for a 5th time. Freeman Jr. has reached base via the walk in the last 2 times he's come up to bat. 0 for 2 otherwise with the fly out and a strikeout. Starts off with an 0-1 count here. Morrison at second, King at first. Mavericks holding on to a 1-run lead, looking for some insurance. Cactus Rats trying to get out of the inning, and they're a strike away from doing so, as that one catches the corner, 0-2. Peterson looking to make it back-to-back strikeouts. This one popped up, however. Left field, Cody will watch as it's called off by Sanders, who makes the catch. And Energy City gets out of that one. Time to stretch. It's 7-6 going to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th here on Flow Baseball. Lexi McFarland with you here, coming out of the 7th inning stretch. First batter up for the Cactus Rats will be Zach Barnow. As an RBI single so far, 1 for 3 on the evening. Falls behind 0-1 to start. AJ Dahl came in to finish off the bottom of the 6th. Out there once again. Pitch outside, 2-1. Two and two now. If this score were to hold up, AJ Dahl would now be the pitcher of record. Two on the way, and that catches the corner called strike 3. Barnow perhaps not seeing the same way. We'll walk back to the dugout with 1 out in the inning. So I'll bring up Drew Abercrombie. Already with a home run tonight. 1 for 3 on the evening, representing the tying run should he homer again. Jumps ahead in the count 1-0. Quick look at the stats for the current pitcher, AJ Dahl. It's 11th appearance, as we mentioned, and 5.78 ERA so far. He has a 1-1 record officially. Ahead in the count 1-2. All set, delivers that one outside, evens things up. Reese Ruderman on deck. Has an infield single to his credit so far. Cactus Rats have 3 bottom halves of the innings here to try and take the lead back. A good take there by Abercrombie will make the count full. Excellent take and a gutsy one at that. Full count pitch on the way outside. Ball 4, Abercrombie aboard for the second time tonight. So the tying run's aboard and the go-ahead run comes up to the plate. Reese Ruderman, 1 for 3 on the evening. Ruderman will see the first pitch and put that one towards second. It gets past Roth at second base, who has not had a great night in the infield, and another bounce that does not go his way will give the Cactus Rats some extra life. Runners on the corners with just 1 out. So Easton Coutura with a big opportunity here. First and third, 1 out. That runner on third, the tying run. First pitch on the way from Dahl is outside. 1-0. Sack fly would tie it up. Pitch on the way inside. It gets away, and running home and scoring with ease is Abercrombie, as it ended up being passed up. Losing sight of it in the midst of everything was King. So it's a tie game once again. And a 2-0 count now for Katura, still with the runner in scoring position. And that one hit right out the middle. That's a base hit. Coming around to score. The Cactus Rats have the lead once again, as waltzing in with the go-ahead run is Reese Ruderman. It's an 8-7 home side lead. RBI single, Easton Katura. And the signal from the manager, so that's it for Dahl. We'll have a new pitcher into the game when we return.
ICAST Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house. The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. ICAST Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you.
New pitcher into the game for the Mavericks, Luke Barrientos. Already led the team in games appeared in with 12. This will be his 13th appearance of the season, and immediately he's going to try for the pickoff at first, but Katura manages to get in underneath the tag. First batter that Barrientos will face, Kenyon Sanders. So Dahl only lasts 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, a walk, and the runner on his responsibility as Katura, the stolen base, will put him into scoring position. Beat out an excellent throw from catcher Nate King. 0-1 count facing Sanders back at home plate. Sanders with A 2-for-3 night so far. Base hits in each of his last 2 appearances. Behind here 0-2, trying to give the Cactus Rats a little bit of insurance. Now that they've taken back the lead. Pitch outside, 1-2. Since that's for Barrientos on the season, beside the 12 games appeared in, a little bit of a true outcomes pitcher is 13 walks. Has a 3-2 record on the season. Also has 3 saves to his credit. Trying to save this one from getting too tilted in the home side's favor. The pitch misses outside and the count is full. Three and two, Couture on base at second. Sanders trying to get on board for the 3rd time in a row. Outside, ball 4, first and second, still just 1 out.
Now hitting number 6, Ken Shindo.
So I'll bring the number 9 hitter up to the plate. Ten Shindo, 0 for 2, but got on base his last time up via the walk. Taking off Katura. Both runners taking off. Both runners are going to be safe. Double steal executed to perfection. Second and third, 1 out. So an excellent opportunity now for Shindo to cash in here. 0-1 count. Barrientos trying to get the Mavericks out of the inning. Shindo trying to add on. Pitch is fouled off down the right side. Top of the order on deck, Dylan Cody also walked his last time up. Barrientos set the pitch. They want the call, and King does not get it. 1-2. Second and third, 1 out. Already a 2-run inning for the Cactus Rats. Shindo fouls that one off to the backstop. Another 1-2. This one chopped over to short. They'll try and go home. They get the tag in time. Katura can't believe it. But runners on the corners now, 2 outs. Jordan Blundell will have a conversation with home plate umpire Don Buskus as top of the order will come up for the Cactus Rats here. So it's a fielder's choice officially. Shindo on base for the 2nd time tonight. Top of the order, Cody walked his last time up. First pitch on the way. It's on the outside corner for a strike. They won't have a play at second, and it's right back to second and third on the base pass. Sanders at third, Shindo at second. Cody watches as the pitch is in there from Barrientos for a strike. Swinging through that is Cody. Should the inning continue, on deck is Parker Husu, who tied things up with a 2-run single in the bottom of the 6th, and they won't get to him. A called strike 3 on Cody, but the Cactus Rats have the lead once again. A 2-run inning for the 2nd inning in a row. It's 8-7 heading to the top of the 8th.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 13, Aaron Volcano.
Cactus Rats with an 8-7 lead. Top of the 8th will be led off by Aaron Volcano. 2-3-4 in the batting order for the Mavericks. And Derek Peterson out there for a 2nd inning of work will lead things off with a strike right down the middle. 5th time through the order for Medicine Hat. Volcano has only reached base once. That was a walk his last time up. 1-1 count currently as Peterson set the pitch on the inside corner. Bring the count to 1-2. Right up on deck behind Volcano is Vanessa. This one popped up into foul territory, drifts, calling everybody off, and making the catch on his own is Aracena. 1 away. Tyler Vanest. 5th time up to bat. He's got a single to his name thus far. 1 for 4 on the evening. One away. Pitch on the bottom half of the strike zone. 0-1 the count. Peterson needed just 11 pitches to retire the side that he faced in the top of the 7th. Only pitch number 6 here of this inning. That one is ruled to have caught Vanest on the inside. So hit by pitch will put a runner aboard. Head coach Blundell of the Cactus Rats will get another explanation, and they'll bring up Carter Roth to bat for the 5th time. Roth with a pair of base hits so far on the evening, 2 for 4. Swinging at the first pitch right through it, 0-1. Most recently, Roth struck out on 3 pitches. Not going to strike out there as that one powered past Aracena at third for a base hit. 3 hits in the game, 3 singles for Carter Roth, and now Medicine Hat in business once again.
Now we're hitting for the Mavericks, number 11, Johnny Volcano.
Brings up Johnny Volcano for his 5th plate appearance. Doubled his last time up to lead things off in the 7th. Has also reached on a walk and an error tonight. Puts a charge on that one center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Stop sign issued at third, and it's a bases loaded situation here for the visiting team in the top of the 8th. Second hit of the game for Johnny Volcano. Bring up Adam Volcano to the plate.
The Mavericks, number 2, Adam Volcano.
Oh, another visit.
And we might see another pitching change as Jordan Blundell out to the mound, and Peterson, having gotten through an inning and a third, will turn the ball over. We'll have a new pitcher into the game when we come back. New pitcher into the game for the Cactus Rats will be Chris Nino as Derek Peterson gets them through a full inning of work, but leaves behind a bases loaded situation with the home side clinging on to a 1-run lead. 1 out here in the top of the 8th, and the batter right now will be Adam Volcano. Volcano with a base hit so far. 1 for 4 on the evening. 0-1 count to start. Nino set the pitch outside, 1-1. Evan Morrison, the dangerous hitter for the Mavericks, on deck already with the home run in this game. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on Adam Volcano. So 1-2 count, 1 out. Strikeout here would be to the Cactus Rats' great benefit, as Nino delivers outside, could not get him to chase. Nino on in relief, Volcano the batter. 2-2 the count, 1 out, top of the 8th. Pitch on the way, popped up, straight away center field. Hard charging, trying to make the play, and a diving catch at that for Sanders. What a catch in the outfield, 2 away. And it stays bases loaded. So, big at-bat here. Bases loaded, but now 2 outs. Evan Morrison up to the plate. 2 hits, 2 for 3s, reached on a walk. They'll power that one foul over the backstop. Should Morrison reach, Nate King on deck. Drew walk his last time up. 0-1. Morrison powers that. Right field. That one is gone. A grand slam. 2 home runs in the game for Evan Morrison, who has single-handedly lifted the Mavericks right back into the lead. So not only did he pull them out of the 4-0 hole earlier, but now Evan Morrison has pulled them out of the late game 8-7 deficit into an 11-8 lead. Oh, 0-2 count here on King. Worth noting, the Cactus Rats will send up 2, 3, 4 of their own in the bottom of the 8th. A 3-pitch strikeout retires King, but all the damage has been done. Grand slam, Evan Morrison. It's an 11-8 lead for the Mavericks, heading to bottom 8.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Energy City had the 8-7 lead heading into the 8th. It's now an 11-8 score for Medicine Hat as we go bottom half of the inning. 2-3-4 in the order up for the Cactus Rats, leading things off. Parker Husu, who had a 2-run single his last time up, has reached base 3 times here tonight. First pitch way outside as Barrientos came on to close out the bottom of the 7th, getting the last 2 outs. There's a charge on that one for Husu. That one's back. Carry, goodbye. Well, don't go anywhere yet, folks. This is not over by a long shot as Husu with the long shot cuts the lead to 2.
Home run, Husu!
11-9 score. And for Parker Husu, came into this game without a home run. That's his first all season. 1-0 count now. Aracena, the batter, sees the count go to 2-0. And that's going to necessitate a visit from Nate King to settle Barrientos down. Incredible to think that with the batting average that he's put up so far this season, that is Husu's first home run. It comes in the first home game for the Cactus Rats in Spruce Grove. And at no better of a time than in the bottom of the 8th inning. Aracena up to bat now with a 2-0 count in his favor. Zach Barnow right behind him on deck has an RBI to his credit already. 2-0 pitch on the way. Inside corner for a called strike. Barnow with a triple back in the 5th inning. Puts a shot on that one, and that's not going to be caught. That's going to bounce right back down in front of the right fielder, and that's going to be a double. A pair of extra base hits for Timo Aracena, as that one could not be handled cleanly by Aaron Volcano. Cactus Rats are in business here in the bottom of the 8th. Runner in scoring position. Barnow at the plate. Has that RBI single from the first inning, fouls the first pitch off.
If that broke any windows, you can always call Crystal Glass Everything Glass.
Does Barnow have another RBI in him as he starts off 0-1, chops that one up the middle. That will be snared by the shortstop, thrown on to first. Recording the put out there, Johnny Volcano. That's the first out of the inning, but it advances the runner 90 feet. And speaking of home runs, the batter now is Drew Abercrombie, who had the 3-run shot in the first inning. Representing the tying run here. Starts ahead 1-0. Pitch off the plate outside. A good take there for Abercrombie, who's had a couple of them tonight. Jumps ahead 2-0. That one finds the corner 2-1. Reese Ruderman on deck. reached on an error his last time up. As that one chopped down into right field by Abercrombie, who makes it 11-10, driving in Aracena with his 4th RBI of the game. Tying run is aboard now. Go ahead, run at the plate. Reese Ruderman
Number 12, Reese Ruderman.
has reached base twice tonight. Infield single back in the first. Abercrombie came into this game with just 9 RBIs. He's got 4 of them here at home tonight, and then that ball gets away. Abercrombie's at to second. He thinks about third, but he's going to hold up in scoring position. One 0 count now. Abercrombie at second. Ruderman the batter, looking to change everything about the rest of this game. Right behind him is the hero from the 7th inning, Easton Katura. 2-0. Cactus Rats dugout is alive. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. That was the home run cut from Ruderman. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th that has seen the Cactus Rats put up 2 already. 3-1 on Ruderman. Both teams have held decent leads at points in this game, but it has never lasted. Pitch fouled off, loads the count full. Barrientos has gone through a full inning of work, trying to see the last 2/3 of the 8th. Through to the finish. Pitch right up the middle. Is it going to be enough for a hit? It's going to be thrown out at first, but the runner advances 90 feet. Volcano with the putout, and now tying run 90 feet away from home for Easton Katura.
Now batting, number 28, Easton Katura.
Solid bit of hitting from Ruderman. Katura already with an RBI single. Would love nothing more than another one here. First pitch is way outside. A good job by King to get a glove on that. Kenyon Sanders on deck should the inning continue. Walked his last time up. Pitch on the way to Katura. It popped up and easily playable. That one will drop into the glove of Vaness, but the Cactus Rats make sure we're in for a thrilling finish. 11-10 going to the top of the 9th on Flow Baseball. Well, if you thought the Evan Morrison Grand Slam in the top of the 8th was going to end things, you were wrong. We're in for a thriller of a finish here from Henry Singer Park in Spruce Grove. Top of the 9th, and the first batter up for the Mavericks, number 9 hitter Micah Dvorak. We'll see the first pitch inside for ball 1. 9, 1, and 2 up to bat for Medicine Hat in the top of the 9th. 8, 9, 1 for the Cactus Rats in the bottom half. 1-1 the count here on Dvorak. 5th time at the plate. Dvorak with an RBI single back in the 4th. That stands as his only hit to this point. Also reached on a walk in the 2nd. Facing a 2-1 count here, Chris Nino recorded the last out of the inning and is a strike away from getting another one here as the count goes to 2-2. Nino set the pitch, powered into center field, and camped underneath that is Sanders for the first out. So Jeremy Freeman Jr. up for a 6th time as the lineup turns owner. Freeman Jr. has reached base with a walk in the 6th inning. Also in the 4th. Officially 0 for 3 and starting behind 0-1 the count, make it 0-2 as Nino gets the swing and a miss. 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 3 straight strikes and 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Aaron Volcano, the next batter up. Volcano has reached base just once tonight off a walk in the top of the 6th inning. Officially 0 for 4 otherwise. 0-1 pitch on the way for Nino, upstairs out of the zone. Should Volcano reach base, the nest on deck. Hit by a pitch his last time up. One and two out. Here's the pitch. This one popped up and playable down the left field line, drifting into foul territory. Aracena the catch. 1, 2, 3. Go the Mavericks in the top of the 9th. Going to the bottom half. Home side only down by 1. All comes down to this, bottom of the ninth. One-run game, and the 8-9-1 batters in the order coming up for the Cactus Rats. Led off by Kenyon Sanders. Sanders with a walk his last time up. Also has a single to his credit. 2 singles, in fact. New pitcher into the game is the closer, Ryan Harney. Pitch just inside. A good take there from Sanders. 2-0. Barrientos currently the pitcher of record for the Mavericks should this score hold up. That pitch will find the zone and bring the count to 3-1. Pitch on the way to Sanders is right down the middle, full count. 10 Shindo on deck. Shindo hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Full count, nobody out. Harney set the pitch. Outside called, strike 3. Gets the corner by an eyelash, and it's a 1-out situation.
Number 6, 10 Shindo.
So Shindo up to bat. Fourth time through the order for the Cactus Rats. 2-0. Shindo with a walk and that aforementioned fielder's choice so far. 2-0 inside, gets the call. 2-1. Top of the order on deck. Dylan Cody. Walked back in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on right through, 2-2. Ten Shindo against Ryan Harney. A 2-2 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Outside called, strike 3. Harney's gotten him looking twice. And the Cactus Rats down to their final out.
The Cactus Rats number 33, Dylan Cody.
Cody up to bat for the 5th time tonight. Looking to make something happen. Pitch just outside. King wanted the call, didn't get it. 1-0. Should the inning continue, Parker Husu on deck, solo home run last at bat. That one catches the corner, 1-1.
All of a sudden, I was at bottom of the ninth. Nobody's Sunday.
Harney set, delivers, popped up. Is this going to stay in the yard? It's drifting foul and out of play. 1-2. Cactus Rats stay alive, but they're down to their final strike. Cody looking to at least get on base or perhaps tie with one swing of the bat. Harney set, delivers. Tapper in front of home plate, but it hits off the catcher, and it's a foul ball. Cody battling, staying alive. 11-10 score. One swing of the bat ties it. Head coach Jordan Blundell again. Getting an explanation. Again, new ball in play here for a critical 1-2 pitch forthcoming. Cody against Harney, who's looking very much like Andrew Heaney at his best. Here's the pitch. That's a powered into right center field, but right at the right fielder. And that's the ball game. A close one as it turns out. But the Mavericks come away with the 11-10 victory. No shortage of action here, though, for the first game of the season in Spruce Grove. And we got another one for you on tap tomorrow, 1:30 first pitch. Right back here at Henry Singer Park. Thank you for tuning in on Flow Baseball. I'm Lexi McFarland saying have a great rest of your Saturday evening.